Hi, I'm Alicia on staff here. I lead worship in 252 Theater. Welcome to 252 Theater Online.
Welcome to 252 Theater's online service, a ministry of NewSpring Church in Wichita, Kansas. Fun lives here, so get ready to have a great time and learn about a great big idea! That's right! A big idea is something God wants to do inside you to change the world around you. The biggest ideas are the big three. We hope after joining us online, you'll know that you can treat others the way you want to be treated, make the wise choice, and trust God no matter what. You'll get to experience fun games, skits, worship, and of course, a powerful story straight out of God's Word. More than a video, this is your chance to be a part of something amazing. So get your popcorn, crank up the volume, and get ready for incredible fun. It all starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, welcome to 252 Theater Online. This is where kids get to watch videos and we get to talk about the big idea and we get to learn about what God wants to do in you to change the world around you. We hope that you had a great week with the snow. That was pretty fun, right? Well, it is time to reveal the new big idea for February. So, even though you're at home watching this on a device, give me a drum roll on your legs because the big idea is compassion. Compassion is caring enough to do something about someone else's need. Isn't that really interesting? Compassion is all about caring for people who are around you. That's why our theme this month is called On My Block, and it's all about caring for the people who are in your neighborhood. And there's people all around us who have needs that we can do something to help them with that. Now, I think that you have a need for some serious fun, and I'm going to have compassion on that need by playing a super fun game with you. Now, in order to care for your neighbor, you have to know who your neighbor is first. So this game is called Know Your Neighbor. And while you're watching this video, go gather everybody around you that you can, your mom, your dad, your sister, anybody who's watching this with you, and we are going to play a really fun game, okay? So go get them. Are they back yet? Okay, cool. Here's how this game works. It's really simple. Each of you are going to hold up 5 fingers like this. And I'm going to say some statements out loud. And if those statements are true, if those statements are true for you, you're going to put 1 finger down. Okay? So you'll keep putting all your fingers down until the person who has the most fingers left at the end of the game wins the game. This game is all about knowing people who are around you. Okay? So go ahead, put up 5 big ones. Here we go. This is the first thing. If this is true about you, put your finger down. You like pepperoni pizza more than cheese pizza. Ooh, that's a tough one, right? Okay. All right, here we go. Here's the next one. The next one is that you enjoy roller coasters more than reading. Oh, man. That was kind of a backwards one. Whose finger's still up on that? Okay, here we go. Here's the next one. You would rather spend a day baking in the kitchen than playing video games. Oh, wow. Whose fingers are up after that one? That was a fun little challenge. You're getting to know the people around you a little bit better. Okay, here we go. Here's the next one. You can do the splits. You know what I'm talking about? Where you do the cool leg thing. Okay, if you can do the splits, put your finger down. All right, very good. Here's the next one, and then we'll have one more after this. You can throw a football. I cannot throw a football very well. But Patrick Mahomes can, so that's good. Okay, here is the final one, okay? You've read an entire chapter in the Bible, okay? So it's split up into books, and those books are split up into chapters. If you've read an entire chapter of the Bible, you can put a finger down. Okay, now, who had the most fingers up at the end of the game? Oh, well, you are the winner. Way to go. That is awesome. Well, today in our story, we're going to find out about what our purpose is. It's really, really incredible, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. So let's check it out.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story. Inspired by the book of Luke, chapter 4, verses 14 through 30.
Even though Jesus was on this earth for 33 years, there's still not much we know about his first 30 years. We do know that he visited Jerusalem for the Passover feast with his parents. He learned carpentry skills from his father Joseph. And when he was about 30, he went down to the Jordan River and asked his cousin John to baptize him in the water.
It is right for us to do this. It carries out God's holy plan.
As Jesus rose from the water, God's voice called out from heaven,
"This is my son, and I love him. I am very pleased with him."
It was an incredible way for Jesus to begin his ministry. After 40 days in the wilderness alone with God, Jesus returned to Galilee, filled with the Spirit of God. Anytime he visited a new town, he went to the place of worship, the synagogue, to teach the people.
You are the light of the world.
Isn't he just the bee's knees?
Everywhere Jesus went, people were amazed and praised his teaching. That is, until he got to Nazareth, the town where he had grown up.
Well, if it isn't Carpenter Boy Jesus!
Hey man, where you been?
We hear you talk real big now.
On the Sabbath day, Jesus went into the synagogue. An attendant handed him a rolled papyrus.
The scroll of Isaiah.
Isaiah was a prophet who lived hundreds of years before Jesus, and God had spoken to Isaiah about a Messiah who had come to rescue God's people, and Isaiah had written down every word.
Watch that papyrus as you unroll it. A bit crackly.
Jesus stood before the crowd of worshipers and unrolled the scroll until he came to the right place.
The Spirit of the Lord is on me. He has anointed me to announce the good news to poor people. He has sent me to announce freedom for prisoners. He has sent me so that the blind will see again. He wants me to set free those who are treated badly. And he has sent me to announce the year when he will set his people free.
There was silence as Jesus rolled up the scroll and sat back down. Everyone stared.
Today, this passage of Scripture is coming true as you listen.
Jesus hadn't just read some dry, dusty, ancient words. Jesus had declared that he was God's Messiah, that he was there to announce good news and bring freedom to the poor, the hurting, and those who had been mistreated.
But he's Joseph's son, isn't he? He can't be the Messiah.
What I'm about to tell you is true. A prophet is not accepted in his hometown.
Words are easy.
He calls himself a prophet? I studied with him on those benches right over there.
Thinks he's something special because he can read a scroll.
All around the synagogue, people rose to their feet, glaring. They turned on Jesus.
You are not welcome here anymore.
That's right.
We don't need you making things up.
The people were so angry they forced Jesus out of the synagogue. He allowed them to herd him straight through the village, all the way to a cliff on the edge of town.
Get rid of him!
Throw him down!
But Jesus simply turned and looked at the people, sorrow in his eyes. The men and women that he'd known and loved growing up wouldn't accept who he was. The crowd couldn't face Jesus. In their anger, they had missed the whole point, that Jesus had come to make things right for those who were hurting and overlooked. Jesus walked right through the crowd, away from the cliff edge. They parted to let him go through. Then he left Nazareth and went on to Capernaum, where he continued to carry out his mission.
Wow, what an incredible story from the book of Luke that was actually true. This really happened. I mean, think about it. Think about what Jesus' purpose was. He was the king of all kings, the boss of all bosses, the most important person who ever lived. And yet, when he came to this earth, he didn't come to be served by others. He came to serve others. He came to care about people who were overlooked. He came to solve the needs for people who were hurting. He came to be the Savior of the world. And spoiler alert, everybody needs a Savior. So what does that mean for us? Well, as followers of Jesus, that means that we are called to be like Jesus, that we're supposed to follow the example that Jesus set for us. So even right now, as a first or a second or a third grader, that means that your purpose is to care about other people. You see, here's the thing, is that following Jesus means caring about others, because that's what Jesus did. He spent his life caring about others. And so maybe, what that looks like for you in your life is you spend some time with your little brother, and because he needs a friend, and you could be a good influence on him. So maybe you read some books with him. Maybe that means that you see somebody who just is kind of sad, and you care enough to walk across the room and encourage them and remind them of how amazing God created them. Maybe you're not following Jesus yet. And you know what? Compassion is still a big idea. Maybe you feel like the people in the story that we were talking about that Jesus came for, that were overlooked, people who didn't feel important. And if that's you, I just want you to know how much that God, the creator of the universe, loves you so much that Jesus came and he gave the ultimate example of compassion by laying his life down on a cross and giving up his life so that you can have yours. Following Jesus means caring about others. Let's pray. God, thank you that you care about us. You're so big and you're so powerful, but yet you know us. You know our name. You know our needs. I pray that you'll help the kids watching this video right now to be about the needs of the people who are around them. Whether it's something physical, something that they actually need, whether it's something emotional, or maybe they just need to hear about their Savior. I pray that you would use these kids to meet those needs. And it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thanks for joining us today for 252 Theater Online. We hope you had a great time learning about the big idea. We'd love to get in touch with you. With your parents' help, you can visit our Facebook or Instagram page to message us any questions or prayer requests. If you would like a daily devotional that goes along with what you just heard, click the link in the description box below to download a God Time card that you can do at home. We have incredible fun like this every weekend, so make sure you click the subscribe button so you can see when our newest videos are posted. If you have younger or older brothers and sisters, we have amazing weekly content for their age group too. And of course, our doors are open every weekend for you to experience 252 Theater in person. Have a great week putting this big idea into practice, and we'll see you again next week.